Today we're taking a look at the Wavelink 40 gigabit NVMe SSD enclosure. Thanks to Wavelink for sending this over for us to take a look at, as well as sponsoring the video. As far as USB-C enclosures go, this is one of the beefiest, meatiest ones that I have ever worked with, and I love it. This enclosure is made out of aluminum, which is going to maximize pulling the heat out of your SSD when it's working at its capacity in order to keep it cool. I think this is a good overall design because this enclosure, after all, is designed to support up to 40 gigabits per second maximum transfer speed, or about 5,000 megabytes per second. There is an included USB-C cable here. I should say, however, the maximum speed does depend on your PC or the device or the specific port that you're plugging into, but you can get very fast transfer speeds here. Actually, what you're buying is the enclosure itself, the USB-C cable. We're getting a thermal pad to help transfer that heat out of the SSD, as well as an aluminum heatsink that you can also use to maximize that heat transfer. We're also getting some included rubber NVMe fasteners instead of needing to use those tiny screws that you might have seen with a very small or specialized screwdriver. I really like that they took this route, super easy and quick to install. Wavelink is also including this travel bag, which definitely makes it nice in case you happen to travel with this with your laptop or like an iPad. You can fit the enclosure inside of the main part, and you can stuff the cable into that outer sleeve. I think all of these nice little touches add up to make a solid value enclosure product here. As for benchmarking this, I did run Crystal Disk Mark 8, and I saw an average read speed of about 960 megabytes per second, and an average write speed of about 1000 megabytes per second. It's basically in line for what I would expect for this S690Q drive that I'm using. There's of course still plenty of headroom left in the USB 4 interface. You can go all the way up to a theoretical maximum of that 5,000 megabytes per second limit. I also tested moving some of my Steam games to this from my Samsung 980 Pro. They moved super fast. This enclosure is of course driverless, so it's going to work with Windows, Mac, Linux, and it even worked when I plugged it into my S24 Ultra as an extra drive. The installation was super easy, as you saw. All you need to do to get into this is pop that lid up. It's connected magnetically, and then just socket the drive into the M.2 slot and use that rubber fastener to hold the drive in place. That's pretty much it. You're good to go. All you have to do is make sure you plug the drive into the fastest USB-C port that you have on your device, and you're ready to start using it. I would definitely say that this is one of the higher quality, higher end type of NVMe enclosures that I've looked at as far as external drives go. There's definitely lower cost options out there, but I would say this is a really nice kit. We're getting a very substantial enclosure that will actually help with cooling, a decent length and decently shielded USB-C cable, along with the toolless NVMe screw, and of course that bag. There's nothing worse than having slightly unreliable technology, especially when you're traveling and you need to use your storage. So I would say that I definitely recommend this 40 Wavelink enclosure for your NVMe drives. It's a solid product overall. If you got any value out of this one, I'd appreciate it if you smash that like button to let YouTube know. If you're into PC gaming and home lab stuff, get subscribed to the channel and then ring that bell for notifications. Until next time, keep on gaming.